So I know I kind of briefly spoke about it last month, but I wanted to have another conversation directed towards Black women, especially around her mental health, because I feel like we need to keep having these conversations, because if we don't keep having these conversations, then we're gonna get to a point where our mental health is going to severely suffer. I keep reading recently that Black women are becoming the highest number of women who suffer from anxiety, and I'm like thinking to myself, I am not surprised, because all the things we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, you know, like racism, white supremacy, microaggressions, feeling vulnerable, feeling alone, feeling like we're not supported, like having difficulties at work, they all will take a toll on you. And it's like, if you feel you don't have anyone that's on your side who is there to help you when you're suffering, it's incredibly difficult to deal with. I have to admit, last Thursday I had a bit of a wobble. Like last week, I just felt like too much was going on, you know, and I literally just wanted to end it all. And if it wasn't for my friends messaging me and asking me what's up, you know, then I probably would have, you know, done something. Honestly, I just felt so low. I just felt angry. I just felt agitated. I was crying and everything. And it's just like, you deal with so much and you don't express it. You just bottle it all in, and then eventually it's going to explode. You know, when you put a wine bottle in the freezer and you take it out, it explodes. That's how I felt. And I've realised that I can't keep doing that. I can't keep things to myself. If I need to talk to someone, then if I have something to express, then I need to get it off my chest, because I'm one of those people who keep things close to my heart. I'm not one of those ones who speak about it all the time. And actually, I've noticed it's not just me. I notice with Black people in general, we are pretty much told you keep certain things within your family, and that's it. You don't tell outsiders. It's all about us, and then that's it. But the problem is, sometimes you find it hard to speak to your family member. You find it easier to speak to a stranger. So from this whole thing of keep it to yourself and don't tell nobody, it's actually detrimental to our mental health. Even if you don't want to speak to a counsellor, find someone who you can actually talk to. Like I said, if I didn't have my friends, then I probably would have done something and I'd probably be in hospital right now. Now, the thing is, I don't suffer with mental health problems. It was just a couple of weeks of shitty things going on, and like it was taking a toll on my mental health. Like usually it's quite strong, but things get to you, and that's okay. Like, it's okay not to have a mental health. It's okay not to have a mental health illness. It's okay to, you know, feel like shit for a couple of weeks. You just gotta be open and honest and admit it, because those little things can actually turn into a mental health illness. And this is what people don't understand. These are the things that can happen that can mean you can sink. And like I said about Black families, you keep it within the family. You don't tell outsiders, because that's not the right thing to do. However, when you see that a lot of Black children now are committing suicide, do you not realise, because they can't tell their family, they can't tell outsiders, do you not see how problematic that way of thinking is? That this whole, we got to hide our true selves in order to survive, it's what's killing us. And I'm being open and honest about it, because keeping things secret for too long, no. Like, if you feel you are drowning, then you need someone to throw you a life jacket. So like I said, this message was for Black women. However, if any Black person can relate to what I'm talking about, please leave a comment. And like saying directly to Black women, I am here to support you. I'm here Like, you know me, I'm always like rooting for black women, black men, everybody, basically. However, I had a bit of a wobble last week and I'm okay now. However, not everybody is going to be okay after having that wobble. Sometimes that wobble turns into a person actually trying to take their own life. And I'm not here for this judgmental attitude about, oh, if they try to take their own life, they're cowards. No, you don't understand, like, this stress that it is. Do you know how you have to literally force yourself not to try and commit suicide? You don't understand, like, how difficult that is for them, and they may have these voices in their head that is compelling them to try and take their own life. So you can't sit there and judge and say, well, I would have done this, but you're not them. You're not them, so you can't say what you would have done. However, I'm here to say, like, it doesn't take much. You know, you can just send someone a quick message on WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram when you see, like, they having a bit of a wobble and they're putting it on the Twitter. Don't say they're doing it for seek attention. Just send them a quick message, ask them, are they okay? Are they alright? Like, what's going on? And a lot of them appreciate that. Someone just showing them a bit of reassurance instead of this judgmental attitude that we black people seem to have, and it really makes me sick. Oh, you're going to hell if you commit suicide. Why don't you shut up, please? Like, none of that stuff is necessary. It's really not necessary, and you don't need I can't even get my words out, but seriously, none of that stuff is necessary. You need to stop saying that. Understand, mental health illnesses are a real thing. Understand that, yes, even though I do believe in spirits and, you know, evil spirits, it's not always a case of possession. Sometimes it's a person who's severely mentally ill, and it may come across as possession because it's very scary. It can be damn right terrifying. Nobody's gonna say that it's not. However, it's not always possession. It's not always something demonic. Sometimes it's your mind that is just gone, and it's that simple. So yeah, let's show a little bit of love to our black sisters who are struggling, because a lot of them are doing it by themselves. Like I said before, single mothers, you are like amazing, because you're having to do this shit by yourself when the fathers either choose to not be around or he may have passed away. Like, you guys are literally amazing for doing what you do. And I know that you can struggle with your mental health sometimes because you're alone and you're having to deal with a child or children, but I still think you're amazing. For those of you who are like me, who are in university and struggling through university and dealing with anxiety for doing exams, writing assignments, you're doing amazing. Yeah? So I'm just here to, like, send love and light and positive blessings to all my black brothers and sisters out there, once you understand what I'm talking about. And, you know, yeah, I'm admitting it, I struggled, but I'm still standing here. However, for those who are struggling and they're not standing, that's okay at the same time. Nobody's gonna fault you for that. Everybody has to fall and then pick themselves back up again. Some people just need help to do that, and that's okay. So, yeah. I shall see you later. SkingloNafro. Stay black.